All right, today we're headed to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. We're talking about a place with just immense power, absolutely breathtaking beauty, and a name that, well, it just perfectly captures everything about it. Let's dive into the story of the smoke that thunders.
You know, long before any European explorers ever laid eyes on it, the local Kololo people had a name for this waterfall that just gets right to its soul-stirring core: Mosi-oa-Tunya. And get this, that name isn't just some poetic phrase. It's a literal description of what happens there. The smoke is that giant, colossal cloud of mist you see rising up, and the thunder is the deafening, nonstop roar of the water. It's a name born from just pure, powerful observation.
To really, truly understand that name, you first have to wrap your head around the unbelievable scale of this thing. The numbers that define this titan of nature are, well, they're just staggering.
Okay, first, try to picture this. A single, unbroken curtain of water that stretches for 1.7 kilometers. That's just over a mile wide. It is, by far, the largest single sheet of falling water on the entire planet.
Now take that massive curtain of water and imagine it plunging 108 meters, or 354 feet, straight down into a gorge. Just to give you some perspective, that's more than double the height of Niagara Falls. The sheer power it's truly humbling to see.
And here's where that whole smoke part of the name really clicks. The impact of all that water sends a giant plume of mist soaring over 400 meters up into the air. It's a smoke signal you can see from miles and miles away.
So where in the world can you find this beast? It's right on the mighty Zambezi River, and it actually forms the natural thundering border between two countries, Zambia and Zimbabwe, in southern Africa.
But here's the amazing part. All of that immense, raw power, it isn't just a force of destruction, it's also a force of creation. Incredibly, this thundering giant actually nurtures a surprisingly fragile and beautiful little world.
It's this beautiful paradox, isn't it? The most powerful feature in the entire landscape is directly responsible for creating some of the most delicate forms of life, right there at its edge.
So all that constant spray, that smoke, it creates its own unique little microclimate. It sustains a whole lush rainforest that only exists because the waterfall is constantly watering it. And at night, that same mist can catch the light from a full moon, creating these incredibly rare lunar rainbows, or moonbows. How magical is that?
A wonder this grand was, of course, always going to attract people. But for a lot of folks, seeing Victoria Falls isn't just about looking at it from a distance. For some, it's about pure, heart-pounding adrenaline. So let me introduce you to one of the most famous and frankly most terrifying infinity pools in the world. But this one wasn't built by a fancy hotel. No, it's a natural pool that forms right at the very, very edge of that massive drop.
Getting into this pool is all about timing. You have to wait for the dry season, when the Zambezi River is a bit calmer. Then, if you're brave enough, you can swim out to this natural rock pool. The only thing separating you from that 354-foot drop is a submerged rock wall. It's the ultimate thrill, peering right over the edge. And the Devil's Pool is really just the beginning. This whole area is a massive hub for adventure. You can bungee jump with the falls roaring behind you, you can battle the insane rapids of the Zambezi down below, or you can take these stunning helicopter flights right through the smoke for a true bird's-eye view.
But beyond all the adrenaline and the natural beauty, the falls hold a really deep historical and cultural meaning. Its story is one of dual identities and, more and more these days, a serious commitment to preserving it.
And here, you can see those two identities right next to each other. On one side, you have Mosi-oa-Tunya, the ancient, perfectly descriptive name. On the other, Victoria Falls, the name given way back in 1855 by the Scottish explorer David Livingstone to honor Queen Victoria. Today, both names are used, which is a great way of acknowledging the site's rich and complicated history.
Because it's so important to the entire planet, Victoria Falls was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This status helps protect not just its amazing geology, but also those fragile ecosystems, like that mist-fed rainforest that absolutely depend on it. It's all about making sure this natural wonder is around for generations to come.
And this really leaves us with a vital question, doesn't it? As we bungee jump and swim on its edge and fly overhead, we have to think about our impact. The story of Victoria Falls isn't just about its immense power. It's also about our shared responsibility. So how do we balance our very human desire for adventure with the absolute need to preserve this wonder, to make sure the smoke continues to thunder for centuries to come?